Hey, welcome back to our channel. I'm Ray.
And I'm Jordan. Thank you so much for taking the time to click on this video.
Alright, let's get right into today's video. As you can see by the title, I'm going to be ranking Pokemon that could have saved the Titanic. And how this works is we're going to be using a random generator that consists of earlier generation Pokemon. And I will be placing them into 1 out of 4 tiers. Sister. And those tiers are could save it, maybe could save it, I don't know, couldn't save it, and will probably make it sink fast. Alright, Jordan, go ahead and head behind camera and let us know, fill us in on what the first Pokemon is going to be.
Will do.
Let's get it cracking. Like a bad guy. Oh, man, Jennifer.
There's a spider over here. With what? My hands?
There's paper towels in there. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Let me know what the first Pokemon is.
Numero uno is Beautifly.
Beautifly. Oh my god. Okay, when it comes to Beautifly, y'all, like, Beautifly is real classy. Like, it's all in the name. Like, Beautifly is beautiful. So, like, and she's very tiny, very small, very petite, very dainty. You know, like yours truly. Very cute. So, Beautifly is not the type to get her hands dirty. Yes, she can fly. That's also in the name. But it's not like she's gonna be able to pick nobody up off that ship as it's sinking. She's not strong enough for all that. I mean, she a freaking, I almost said ladybug. She a freaking butterfly. So, ooh, wait, let me look at the tiers again. Beautifly is too classy for all that. I think she would just fly away, save herself, get herself out of there. She not going down with the ship. She got a beautiful life to live. So I definitely don't think Beautifly could not save the Titanic from sinking. Beautifly definitely could not. Wait. What does it say the next Pokemon is?
It says it is Sharpedo.
Sharpedo is a really cool one, a really cool Pokemon, very rad, very tubular, very like gnarly, like let's go catch some gnar waves. That's very much Sharpedo. But the thing about Sharpedo is, Sharpedo gonna be waiting in the water. Sharpedo is a shark Pokemon. Sharpedo gonna be waiting in the water for the Titanic to go down to get its lunch, breakfast, dinner, and a little afternoon snack, honey. Like, no, Sharpedo's not gonna save the Titanic. If anything, it's probably gonna like chew through the bows, chew through the port deck. What are the boat things? Starboard. Sternum, like.
No, not sternum, that's a bone.
It's gonna chew through port side, all that, and probably like make the ship go down quicker because it's just gonna wanna eat every person on the boat. It's gonna be waiting with all the Sharpedo homies, and those people are not gonna stand a chance. So there's no way in heck that Sharpedo is gonna save the Titanic. Sharpedo is gonna be in cahoots with the iceberg to make the Titanic go down. Then then it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. So, with that being said, Sharpedo would definitely make the Titanic sink faster, as I just described. Y'all know I made a lot of sense on that one. Shout out to you, Sharpedo. Okay. What's the next one?
The next one is...
Let's see.
Wailord.
That is a good one. Let me see. Okay, first of all, as we all know, Wailord is huge, okay? Huge. Giant. I remember when I was playing Pokemon, I forget which game it was, but you know how you could look at like the little like thing that tells you like how big or small the Pokemon is in comparison to the trainer. Like what are those things called? You know, like they do it on the Game of Thrones thing, like where they put it next to a human, the dragon.
Scale.
Yeah, like they show like the scale basically. And when I didn't gather your thoughts. I remember checking that scale and finding out just how huge Wailord was, and I was gagged down. Now I don't know just how big the Titanic is, and I don't know how big Wailord is in comparison to the Titanic, the Titaniana, but ooh, that was a cute name. But I feel like Wailord is probably just as big as the Titanic. So what I'm thinking in my medulla oblongata is that, you feel me, like Wailord probably could hold up the whole Titanic by himself. Or, hear me out, follow me here, or all the people could evacuate, abandon ship, mayday. And they could jump on top of Wailord. Some of them could go inside of Wailord's mouth. You know, whales, they don't got no teeth. They have those bristle things. You know what I'm talking about?
I do not.
They have like a bunch of brush things in their mouth. So like I feel like that'd be very comfortable, very accommodating for all the passengers on board. So everyone get on top of Wailord, a bunch of them gather inside of Wailord's mouthpiece, and boom, bada boom, bada bang, and Wailord could transport everybody to safety on shore. Yes. So I think, okay, be that as it may, Wailord could definitely save the Titanic. Oh my God, our first one that could save the Titanic. Yes, give it up for Wailord. I'm waiting for the next Pokemon.
Next up is going to be
Onyx. Good old Onyx. Okay. Well, Onyx is a rock type, as we all know and love. Shout out to you, Brock. And duh, rock types are weak against water. And I remember from watching Pokemon, like, you know, the original series, Onyx is such a wimp when it comes to water. It's like, I don't get that water away from me. Like, oh, I can't get wet and all that type of stuff. Like, but basically, Onyx will see a little puddle and girl, Onyx would pee her pants. Onyx don't wear no pants, but if Onyx did wear pants, it will pee it. But the pants will have to have one leg because Onyx is like a worm or a snake. Or amphilopod. Wait, I don't even know what an amphilopod is. It's like a worm or a snake or something like that, honey. But you basically, what am I talking about pants for?
consider those pants peed.
Thank you. Consider those pants peed down. So obviously Onyx will be so helpless. Onyx will be looking around thinking, who's gonna help me? Who's gonna save me? I gotta put me first, Lucius. Also Onyx is a pile of rocks. Let's be real. Let's keep it a bean real quick. Okay? Walk with me. And rocks are heavy than a mofo. Like that's pretty much like when the mob gets people and like ties cinder blocks to them and throws them over the Brooklyn Bridge, throws them into the Boston Tea Harbor. Pretty much Onyx will be the tied up cinder blocks to the whole Titanic. Onyx, you weigh too much, baby. You can't swim. You just gonna drag the whole ship down. What about the people, Onyx? What about the people? So I definitely believe that Onyx would probably make the sink ship faster. Onyx would probably make the ship sink faster. And if I was on that ship, I'd be like, Onyx, you gotta go, baby. Sashay away. Period. Period poo, period poo.
Period poo, period poo.
Ask the question louder.
But I don't want it on camera.
Why?
Because I want to just be able to say it. Is it pronounced Togepi?
Yeah, Togepi.
Okay.
Thank
The next one's Togepi then.
Oh, Togepi, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. One thing about me, one thing about Ray, I'm a original 151 type of girly. Yeah, the original 151, 150, 152, whatever it was, something like that. That is my judge. That is my go-to. The home is where the heart is. Like, yes, mind you, I was in Japan, honey. I was in Japan when Pokemon was first coming out, baby. I was there for it all, honey. I had the trading cards. Go to Burger King, they was giving me toys from Pokemon. The times, oh my god. Oh my god, can I insert that picture of me holding the Pikachu balloon? I think, I got it somewhere, bro. It's either in my phone or in my box with the pictures. And I was obsessed with Pokemon. And it was just so cool to be in Japan, while the whole Pokemon thing was going crazy. It was just getting more and more popular. Like, it was on the rise. It was on the rise like crazy, you guys. Such a beautiful time in my life. Anyway, let me get off the nostalgia train, the nostalgia cycle, back to the topic at hand. Yes, Togepi is one of my favorite. Oh girl, Togepi is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. So cute, so adorable, so lovable. And I just want to hold Togepi and cradle him like a little baby, like, oh Togepi, oh Togepi. Oh my god, when Togepi would cry in the series, I would be devastated. Somebody help Togepi. Like, give it a pacifier or give it something. Like, Togepi needs to be protected at all costs. That's all I know. Sorry for the rant. Let me get back to the point. Okay, Togepi. So yeah, Togepi, of course, is very tiny, very pequeño. And Togepi ain't got no hands, ain't got no fingers. Togepi can't grab nothing. Togepi got cone hands. They cones. But I don't know. Hear me out. Like, just because Togepi's size is not everything. Like, do not count Togepi out just because he's a little guy. Because one thing about Togepi got that hidden potential. And one thing I remember about Togepi is in the series, Togepi will do a little move we like to call metronome. It'd be like, dun, 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 dun. I thought that was so cool every time Togepi would do that move in the show, because you never know what move is going to come out. That's what metronome is. Metronome, to my knowledge, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, metronome can, what's the word? Metronome can manifest any of the Pokemon moves. Think about it. The moves list is limitless. There's more moves than I even know of. So I know that Togepi came in clutch many a times in the series by using metronome. And Togepi saved the day many a times by using metronome. And you might not have thought Togepi could have did it, but guess what? Togepi did it. So, based on that, I'm not going to count Togepi out. I think it's very possible that Togepi could save the day in this situation the same way Togepi saved the day in the Pokemon series. Do you see what I'm saying? Are you smelling what I'm cooking? Are you buying what I'm selling? Are you a-scooping or what I'm a-hooping? Are you feeling what I'm dealing? Okay. So basically, like I said, the possibilities are endless. So I think my little guy, my little homie, Togepi, I think maybe could save the Titanic.
The next Pokemon is Voltorb.
Not Voltorb. Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys know where I'm about to go with this one. Voltorb. What more can I even say about Voltorb? Voltorb is known for one thing, you guys. Voltorb is known for one thing: self-destruct. If there's a slight change in the wind, if if Voltorb is feeling a little under the weather, if Voltorb hasn't taken his antidepressants and is feeling the anxiety of life and the pressures of being a sentient being in this hard, cold world, if the wind blows in the wrong direction, Dari said, if you so much as even blink wrong, Voltorb blows up everything within a 50-mile radius. So obviously, if I just named all that, if it's under the stress of a whole sinking ship and hundreds of lives at stake, Voltorb is not the type to go hard under pressure. Voltorb is not the type to get in the paint. You feel me? Like Voltorb is gonna crumble under that pressure and immediately it's going to self-destruct. So clearly, the only thing Voltorb could help with is maybe ending their lives quicker. Maybe it'll be a quicker way to heaven. Instead of taking the stairs, maybe take the elevator. So instead of drowning, Voltorb gets you there quicker. So that's the only thing Voltorb could help with, honey. So clearly, obviously, Voltorb is going to make the Titanic sink faster. I know if I was on that Titanic, I'm not going to be relying on the Voltorb to save my life. Okay, Voltorb is more explosive than me on the toilet after a day of Chipotle. So yeah, next caller. Voltorb ain't saving nothing, baby.
The next caller is Jinx.
Jinx! Oh my god, my lip filler queen with the 30-inch bust down.
Oh, put the picture of her. She doesn't have lip filler.
Right.
She does have a 30-inch bust down too. Oh my gosh.
Don't she have the middle part too?
Yeah.
Okay, with the middle part, full frontal 30-inch bust down, okay? Ladies, take notes. Lifting where? Stiff? Where? What lace, honey? What lace? And what waist? Okay, Jinx is a thick queen. I swear we got the same body type. So curvaceous.
She's shaped like an egg.
Ooh.
She's an egg with a wig.
She is not shaped like no egg. Oh, okay. Maybe no.
It's an egg with a wig and a dress.
Okay, maybe I was remember her a little different. But under that dress, honey, she is snatched. Okay, snatched. God, that's why you're gagging, so I bring it to you every boy, honey. Jinx. Jinx is basically she's kind of like if an IG baddie were a Pokemon. That's kind of how I think of Jinx. Super gorge and everything like that. But she's not gonna get in that water and get that bust down wet. She's not gonna risk popping them fresh implants, honey. No. She's much too fine. She's much too fine, and there's just not much she can do. Jinx is a black queen, and one thing I know about my black queens is they're not gonna get that hair wet. They're not. They're just not gonna do it. So, Jinx ain't gonna help nobody. Jinx ain't gonna save nobody. Maybe them things can work as a flotation device, but that can only save maybe one or two. Everybody for themselves. Welcome to Baddies, everybody whooping everybody. Hey. But Jinx will be good on Baddies. Anyway, sorry. Y'all watch Baddies? It's good. It's a good show. Shout out to you, Natalie. Love Natalie. Oh, everybody hates Natalie.
Even if my name was Natalie, none you bitches still couldn't check me.
Anyway, simply put, the queen's not going for it. The queen's not going for it. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put Jinx at couldn't save it. Jinx couldn't save the Titanic. Jinx couldn't be bothered to save the Titanic. I just hope that bust down can survive the trauma. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay, Jordan, what you got for me?
We got Weedle. Don't make that face.
Ooh, Weedle. Okay. What can I say about Weedle? Weedle is pathetic. Weedle, oh, conehead self. Weedle with that nose. Weedle's too tiny, too pathetic, too weak. Weedle couldn't do anything. Weedle is useless. So there's not even much I can say about that. Obviously, Weedle can't save the Titanic.
Weedle, you are nothing, okay? You are dust.
Next is Alakazam.
Alakazam, okay. Alakazam is one of the strongest psychic Pokemon. Alakazam has a lot of potential, okay, when it comes to psychicness. That's not a word. Alakazam is a prodigy. Alakazam is goated when it comes to telekinesis, aka telekinesis. Sorry, I don't be finishing my words. Words be too long. Cause yeah, everyone knows, well, I don't know if everyone knows, but the movie with Sabrina the gym leader, we all seen how Alakazam bent that spoon. Now I know it's just a spoon. I know it's just a spoon, calm down. But I if I remember correctly, in that episode, I had the movie on VHS, mind you, but in that well, not the movie, but I had the episode on VHS, and back then I thought it was a movie because if it came on VHS, I thought they were movies. I didn't know they put shows on VHSs. Anyways, so if I remember correctly, like Alakazam was very powerful with the telekinesis, and like the potential was just astronomical.
Future Ray jumping in real quick because actually I did not remember that entirely correct because Sabrina had a Kadabra, but everything I said still stands because it was Kadabra that had the huge amount of psychic potential, so obviously its evolved form, Alakazam will have an even greater amount of ginormous psychic potential.
So, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that I think if you get the right Alakazam on the right Alakaday with the like a strong Alakazam, I'm gonna venture to say that I think that it could use its telekinesis to lift the boat up. Lift me high, like Rihanna said. Yeah, I think that Alakazam for real, like, could just lift up the whole boat if it's strong enough. Yup, I said it. Yup. Jean Grey, Dark Phoenix, they ain't got nothing on Alakazam. So either lift a boat up or lift every person up.
Basically like this gif here, and also I forgot to mention, maybe Alakazam could teleport everyone off somehow.
Or lift every person up one by one. Alakazam is gonna come in clutch. I can't say with 100% certainty, but I do believe and I do have faith that it is possible. So since I think it's possible, I'm gonna say that Alakazam maybe could save the Titanic. Am I crazy to say that? I don't think so. I think the evidence deduced within what I just said, I think it's very much possible, and I'm gonna stand on that. I'm gonna stand 10 toes on that. Okay.
Your next Pokemon is Ariados.
Ariados. Okay. I don't know much about Ariados, but Ariados is a spider Pokemon. And when I start thinking about it, and I start thinking about the science behind it, and I start thinking about the logic, and I start thinking about ways you can save a ship from sinking, what's gonna make a ship sink? Holes. Ariados has some very strong, what's that stuff called? Very strong webbing, very strong silk. So I'm thinking that actually, what if Ariados, and Ariados is very fast. Oh yes, Ariados is very fast. So I think that Ariados could run around that ship, zoom, run around, and what if Ariados patched up all the holes, patched up all the leakage, if you will. Like the holes I mentioned earlier in the port bow and the starboard and all that stuff. And the poop deck. Ariados, what if Ariados patched all that up? Yes, I'm onto something. I think that Ariados could stand a chance. Okay, yeah. So I'm not gonna say that Aryados could save the Titanic. But what I'm saying here is maybe Aryados could save the Titanic. Makes sense to me. Next.
Ooh, next is Squirtle.
Of course, Squirtle is a water Pokemon. Squirtle is a Twiddle. But Squirtle is very, very small. Yeah, there's not really much to say about that. I don't think there's really anything Squirtle could do. It's just, it's not possible. Sadly to say, sorry to say it, but no. But yeah, Squirtle can't do nothing, so. Squirtle couldn't save it. Squirtle could not save the Titanic. Try again next time, Squirtle. Maybe come back when you're a Blastoise and you're fully realized your potential.
You're such a nerd. Next up on the roster is Rayquaza.
Ooh, Ray. Ooh, I love that. Rayquaza. Yes, I'm Ray.
I said Rayquaza.
Child, you funny. Okay. Rayquaza. Rayquaza is very powerful. I feel like Rayquaza is pretty darn big. Well, my theory here, my hypothesis is that I think Rayquaza could just wrap around, you feel me? Wrap around the whole Titanic and just squeeze it on back in. Squeeze it on back in real tight. That way, the sinkage just couldn't take place. I would even venture to say that everyone just hop on Rayquaza's back and vroom into the outer atmosphere and troposphere and heliosphere, greenhouse gases. What are another sphere?
Thermosphere. Atmosphere.
Thermosphere, is that one? I was thinking of a thermos. Oh yeah, into the thermosphere, and you're out of here. You're safe. Well, don't take them to space because humans can't breathe there. Of course. But basically, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Take them into the sky. Like Rayquaza's just basically like a huge sky bus. I'm sorry for my accent. Sky bus. So yeah, either it could either wrap up the ship, stop it from sinking, just keep it nice and tight, and maybe give it enough life to the ship to float it to safety, or everyone, like I said, could just hop on Rayquaza's back and up and away. So I do believe that Rayquaza could save the Titanic.
Your next Pokemon will be Articuno.
Articuno, what a gorgeous, gorgeous girl. Personally, my favorite out of the 3 legendary birds, because Articuno has beautiful hair. I'm a sucker for some beautiful hair. Y'all like the buns? Just gorgeous, ice princess, let it go. Princess Elsa, like I love an icy queen. Icy, Anyway, Articuno is a legendary. Articuno can fly. Articuno is swift, quick, fast in a hurry. And like I said, a legendary. So a lot of legendaries are very powerful, you guys. So I think what Articuno could do is Articuno could just fly around the Titanic and freeze the water surrounding the Titanic. Articuno could freeze that whole ocean probably like it was nothing. So I'm thinking freeze the water surrounding the Titanic before the Titanic can sink. You see where I'm going with this? And pretty much get on your skates, honey. We finna skate and blade our way to safety. Free at last, Lord Almighty, we is free at last. Yes. And then, girl, then we're just on a winter wonderland. Like, yeah, so I think that Articuno with ease, really, with ease, could save the Titanic, as long as you're not on Articuno's bad side, honey. Because then Articuno could just make another big old glacier and take the Titanic out in triple the speed, quadruple, if you will. But, you know, let's just say in this universe, in this multiverse, we're on Articuno's good side. So, like I said, definitely Articuno could save the Titanic.
Your next Pokemon is Slackoff.
Okay, Slackoff. Slackoff, oh, annoying self. I remember in whichever Pokemon game that was, I will always put a Slackoff on my team because once it evolves into the final form, which I can't remember the name right now, like Slacking or something like that, I don't remember. But I just always love having the most evolved version of Slackoff on my team because it was very powerful. But of course, as we all know, the downfall is every other move, it has to like, it loafs off or whatever you call it, and it just basically like skips a turn in the battle, which so annoying. And Slackoff does that as well. Girl, Slackoff is a freaking sloth. Like, it moves slow, it's lazy, it's stupid. No shade. And it's out of its element. It's in the middle of the ocean. Like, Slackoff is no water type. Slackoff is no flying type. Girl, Slackoff would be asleep. The ship would be going down and Slackoff would be taking a nap. Like, Slackoff would literally be deep in sleep. Like, I'm talking REM cycle. So, no, like, Slackoff is definitely not going to be able to do anything. It's going to go down with this ship. By the time it wakes up, it's going to wake up drowning, basically. So, yeah. Obviously, Slackoff could not save the Titanic. I would be nonsensical to even allude to the possibility that Slackoff could do anything about the Titanic sinking. Slackoff, wake up, get a job, clock in, because you're definitely not saving the Titanic.
Coming up next, we have Lapras.
Lapras is such a gorgeous girl. And as we know, Lapras is a water Pokemon. Lapras is also known to transport people, transport trainers' friends on its back. However, Lapras can't transport every person off the Titanic. Lapras isn't big enough. Lapras isn't strong enough to carry every single person on its back from the Titanic, especially not all at once. Lapras, I mean, definitely could save a couple people, a handful or two. And while I do think Lapras could put in a valiant effort, it just won't be enough. Lapras, sadly, you will fall short. You will fall short. Lapras is very much giving, like, you know, the little the escape pods on ships and stuff like that, and the escape pods on like boats and stuff. Like, Lapras is very much giving one of those. And there's only room for me and my posse. So we gonna make it. We out of there real quick. But sadly, everybody else, good luck. So try as Lapras may, Lapras could not save the Titanic.
Baby, it'd take one heck of a big back Lapras to save the Titanic. Literally.
Next we got this big back bozo, Snorlax.
Oh my god, cover your ears, baby. He didn't mean it. Oh my god. Cover your ears, he didn't mean it. Oh my god. How could you say that?
I definitely meant it. I want him to hear it.
Jordan, you know we're in a poly relationship with Snorlax.
He doesn't even fit in the chair with you. How are you not being crushed under his immense weight right now?
Not the fat shaming. Anyway. Snorlax. Oh, Snorlax, it's not looking too good for you though. Because what is Snorlax gonna do? Snorlax is gonna be in the buffet. Like, eating up all the food as the ship is sinking. Snorlax is not going to care that the ship is sinking. Snorlax can't do anything to help or stop it. All Snorlax cares about is eating and sleeping. Very much meat-coated. So, also, you know, Snorlax, I hate to say it, but yes, Snorlax is very heavy. So, what the freak was that?
I'm just reading about Snorlax, and it says Snorlax, when not picking, will eat everything, anything and everything that is edible, even other Pokemon.
Oh my god. Oh, not the cannibalism. Snorlax, I hate to say it, but like, if Snorlax was on the Titanic, I'm sorry, but the Titanic is sinking before it even hits a glacier. Like, who let Snorlax on the Titanic? Like, it's gonna sink as soon as Snorlax gets on the Titanic. Snorlax weighs like, I don't know, like a lot of pounds, a lot of tons. So, yeah, Snorlax would definitely make the Titanic sink faster. I'm sorry, Snorlax. I know, I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Oh.
You've been paying a little too much attention to Snorlax recently and not enough to me.
Oh my gosh.
For our next contestant, we got Abra.
Okay, Abra. We all know how Abra gets down. We all know how skittish Abra is. Hello, like Abra don't play around. Like one sign of danger, one sign of anything really, we know Abra is out of there. Abra's gonna teleport right on out of there. So I think pretty much before, I don't know, Abra will probably sense that the ship is about to hit a glacier and probably just teleport out of there before it even starts sinking. Abra don't care to help nobody. And I don't know for sure if Abra can teleport other people or other things, but I'm sure Abra is not going to be strong enough to teleport everyone off the Titanic or to teleport the entire Titanic. Abra is very much every Pokemon, every man, every Abra for themselves. And yeah, Abra is going to be long gone before the Titanic even begins to sink. Before the Titanic even begins its departure from sea level. So definitely Abra could not save the Titanic. Let's be real here. Keep it a stack. Let me know who's next.
The next Pokemon is Jirachi.
Jirachi. Okay, another legendary. A legendary queen, legendary icon. Mother Jirachi. I do not know much about Jirachi, but if memory serves me correctly, Jirachi is the wishing Pokemon. Jirachi is the Pokemon that can grant a wish. Jirachi is the shooting star Pokemon or something like that. So, I do believe that, well, I think there's some type of like criteria or criterion or like certain, you know, the planet's got to be aligned or something like that. I don't know, but I do know that Jirachi can grant wishes. Ooh, not wishes. I do know that Jirachi can grant wishes. So, hello, like someone just rub Jirachi the right way, rub that genie's lamp, and make a wish. You could just wish for anything. You could wish, I wish we're teleported off of here onto safety. I wish we're all teleported off of here to safety. Or I wish that this glacier would disappear before we hit it. Or I wish that the Titanic doesn't sink. I don't know. You could just wish something. Wish something to save everybody. Lives are at risk. Lives are at stake. And I ain't talking no Kobe beef. Nor no filet mignon. So, yeah, that seems simple enough. Just make a wish. Save the lives. Yeah. Jirachi could save the Titanic.
And then we have Absol.
Okay, ooh, Absol. What I remember about Absol is Absol can be or is a sign of a bad omen. that's bad juju, honey. So, oh, if there's an Absol on board, that's probably why the Titanic is on track to hit a glacier and sink. There's not really much more to say about that. Absol is going to make the Titanic sink faster. If you were to see an Absol on the Titanic, you better get off there as fast as you can. You better get off of that boat before it even leaves the dock. Like I said, bad juju, roots, voodoo, all that. So, evacuate. Abandon ship, abandon ship. Oh yeah, I've always wanted to say that. But hopefully I'm gonna be in a situation to have to say that. Anyway, what's the next Pokemon?
Next on the roster, the last one, Cubone.
Cubone bone, Cubone bone. That's how Cubone sounds, like Cubone bone. Oh, Cubone, good old Cubone. Poor Cubone. Cubone should not be on the Titanic when it's going down. Hasn't Cubone been through enough? Cubone wears the skull of his deceased mother, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think we need to unpack that.
Yeah, and Cubone is such a crybaby, but I'm not gonna like shade Cubone for that. Cubone probably has a lot to cry about. Girl, don't get me started on no mommy issues. Cubone, if the Titanic starts going down, Cubone is just gonna sit there and cry. Cubone's small, Cubone's frail, Cubone's fragile. Cubone has anxiety, don't you get it? Cubone can't do a thing. So, Cubone definitely couldn't save the Titanic. And I hate to say it, Cubone, but if you're on the Titanic, you're going down. You're gonna go meet your mother soon. Say hi to your mom for me. And with that, looks like that is the final Pokemon for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was crazy, but let me know what y'all thought about it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.